Well, hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's been a while. I'm back, thank goodness. So what we have today is a question that you're going to pick a card, whatever card resonates with you. That will be the pile that you pick, and we'll do a reading. They're general readings, but it will be more specific to you because of the pile that you pick. The question today is, what do they wish they could say to you? Or another way of saying this, what secret messages do others want to share with you? We're finding out today about things that haven't been said, secret messages that people wish they could tell you. So we're going to find that out for you today. So we have 3 piles. I chose the 3 of Pentacles for each of these piles and see which one resonates with you. If you can pick pile 1, 2, or 3, you can go there now. If you would rather do it with crystals, I'm going to do that next. Okay, here are the crystals. Give them a rigmarole, the boom, the boop, and the boop. Okay, so we look at these. We have something here. It's very shiny. And that is a black goldstone. That's pretty. Number 2, pile 2. This is called a mustard jasper. And pile 3. This is a moonstone. 3 really cool crystals. If that helps you pick a pile, go there now. Next, we're going to do zodiac. If that's not how you pick your pile, you can go to pile now, but I personally like to pick it this way. So I'm going to put 4 in each one, and we'll see what pile resonates with you. There, I got all these out. If you're ever wondering what these are avocado pits. I carved these. These ones I just painted and stained, but I do carve them, so I have a whole container of these dried pits, and these ones I cut. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. So let me turn these over for you. For pile 1, we have Capricorn, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Pile 2, we have Scorpio, Leo, Virgo, and Taurus. For pile 3, whoa, we have Cancer, Sagittarius, Aries, and Pisces. If that helps you pick a pile, you can use your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, any of those personal planets. If you would like to go there now, we'll look at your reading. See you there. Hi, pile 1. You may have picked this pile because of this 3 of Pentacles. You may have picked this pile because of this black goldstone. You may have picked this pile for your zodiacs. If you didn't pick it that way, that's fine. That's just how some people like to pick their pile. This pile is for you too. All right, so first, I gotta find your cards. I found them. Okay, so we're going to be asking 3 questions. Don't mind my Canadian tuxedo here. It's kind of cold today. We're expecting a storm. Can you believe it? They're calling it a cyclone bomb. A cyclone bomb. Where did just heavy rains go? Like now they have to give it names. It's number 1, not windy and rainy yet at all. So I thought I'd do this while I'm waiting for the cyclone bomb. All right, we're going to start. So the first thing, the first question, the first position that we're going to be putting up here is their true feelings. So this card reveals the core feelings they have for you that they might not be expressing openly. What are their core feelings? We only need 1 for that. What are there? There you go. The moon. The moon. The second card is unspoken desires. This card highlights the desires or wishes they have regarding your connection, things they wish they could tell you, but are holding back. We have the Fool. The third card are hidden regrets and apologies. This card shows any regrets, apologies, or unresolved feelings they may carry and wish to communicate. Let's see. What would that card be? I am just making a mess. So, excuse me. There you are. So that is the 10 of Cups. Adorable. These cards are so fun. All right. The fourth card is hopes for the future. That's all I'm going to get out. Oh, the Devil. And the fifth card is advice for understanding. This card offers guidance on how to understand or respond to their unspoken feelings, helping you navigate the situation with compassion and clarity. Okay, yeah, I see you. Oh, that's so perfect. The King of Cups. Look at you. Isn't that fun? Okay, so with these, we're going to also look at a couple of clarifier cards. These cards usually help with the reading so much. How many did I get? That's way too many. We'll be here all day. We don't need any of that. So give me 2 or 3, please. It's going to be a fun reading. There's 1. There's 2. You're going to give me 1 more. There's 3. Okay. So next is my favorite cards. These cards are just fun. They do give a little bit of a deeper understanding of the situation. Mostly they're just for fun. I'll choose that one. Now these are called Hidden Emotion Oracle cards. So these are very blunt, very frank, and we're going to see what they're going to say. And I'll take, wow, let's say 2. Let's get 2 of these. I think 2 will give us a pretty good understanding of what's going on. So 1 more for pile 1. Yeah, I'll take you. Thank you. Then my nemesis. Honestly, I don't know if there's ever been a day when I played with these and they didn't end up on the floor. But we're going to, well, I'm going to do this the easy way. Right? Nope. Nope, you're not going to. Okay. And they're together, so we're going to grab them. Are we going to do it? We did it. So far, so good. Okay, pile 1, let's take a look at your cards. So, we're going to start with the moon. And this is going to explain their true feelings. So, when we have the moon says that they are confused. They are uncertain. They're kind of overwhelmed a bit by their emotions. So they may be hiding their true feelings from you, unsure of how to express them clearly. So then we have this little guy. And he's answering the question. This is the Fool. He's answering the question, their unspoken desires. So they're secretly wanting a fresh start. They want spontaneity. They want a sense of freedom in this connection. They want to take a leap of faith, and they may be hesitant. So then we have this, the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is answering the question of their hidden regrets or apologies. Now, this is a very positive card. Maybe I should get in the middle. There we go. They regret not achieving or prioritizing emotional fulfillment and harmony. They may wish they had done more to create happiness in the relationship. When they had a relationship with you, this is kind of saying they regret they didn't really give you everything you needed. That the happiness really wasn't a priority. And they regret that. So now we got this little ditty, the Devil. And this is their hopes for the future. So they're hoping for an intense, passionate connection. But they may also be struggling with unhealthy attachments that they wish to address. So there's some unhealthy things that have been going on, but they really have such a passion to get back with you. King of Cups. Advice for understanding and responding to them. King of Cups is very good for that. Approach them with emotional maturity, with compassion, with understanding. Be balanced. Be stable and supportive. See, the King of Cups is all of that. He's very in control of his emotions. So what they're saying is don't come at them and be like, whoa, crazy. You know, like you did this and you did that and all that stuff. Don't. Be very level-headed. You know, maintain composure. Be very mature about it. And that's going to make everything easier. All right? It certainly is. Let's look at some clarifiers because this is kind of vague. Okay, so we have Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. So they wish they could bring clarity and honesty to the situation. They want the same thing as you. They want clarity and honesty. They want to cut through the confusion that's going on here with the Moon. They want that. They don't like that feeling of being uncertain. They want to cut through that. Choop, choop. There's the knife. The sword. They desire a fresh, straightforward conversation with you. They want to be very, to the point. There's not going to be any, and it looks like the advice is also saying to you, that's how you're going to approach it, or that's the best way for you to approach it. And it looks like they are up to that. They want the same thing. They don't want the drama. They don't want the tears. They want to be like, let's be adults about this. Let's have that conversation. They're up for that. And that's fantastic. That's what you want. And next, we have the Seven of Cups. Get the glare off that. And what's that saying is they still feel overwhelmed with choices or illusions. And this supports the Moon's theme. It goes right back to the Moon. And it highlights their struggle to distinguish between their desires and their reality. See, I think they had a lot of ideas about what you guys were. And I think they're struggling with what they thought they had, or what they thought they were bringing to your relationship, and what actually was happening. I think you had different ideas about this relationship than they did. So they are probably going to express that they are just a little bit confused, or they were a little bit confused about how to proceed in this relationship. Whether that led to where you are now or not remains to be seen. So now we have, there's the 8 of Cups. Solo cups. That's hilarious. So what's this saying? This is saying that they may wish to leave behind emotional patterns or situations that no longer serve this relationship and this connection. So this aligns with the Fool, which talks about they would like to have a fresh start. And that's kind of what the 8 of Cups is also saying. It's also saying that with the Devil here, they need to address this, whatever unhelpful attachments they have, whatever things that they were doing consciously or unconsciously in the past relationship or friendship. They need to address that. And it looks like they are realizing that, which is all good stuff. So let's go to this card. So let me just grab this. Okay, so we have, I love these cards, the Falling Woman, number 34. And so there's a light side and a dark side to this card. So what we have here is a woman who has fallen from the balcony and is free falling down, we assume, to the ground. So the dark side is this feeling of helplessness and insecurity. It's about losing control, and it's about anxiety because you know you're falling. Now the bright side of the card is it's talking about time to let go, of trust. Regardless how hopeless the situation is, you believe that you'll be okay in the end. So you're accepting what you can't control. So what this card is saying, when you look at that, is that maybe having this conversation with this other person, that maybe you should let go of expectations, kind of go in without expectations, go in with this letting go of control. You don't need to control how this conversation is going to go. Just let it progress. Be very mature about it. I think this is just basically a warning that coming in not expecting good or expecting bad, like having that anxiety of like, oh, I don't want to talk to them, blah, blah, blah. Just kind of going in without expectations, not really going in like with like this helplessness, like, oh, I have no choice, but going in basically saying you do have a choice, but your choice is how you're going to react, and you're going to react very maturely. You're going to actually think level-headed and be very balanced through the whole thing. I think that's kind of what this is pointing out. Should we put it right there? Yeah. Okay, so let's look at some more cards. So we're going to look at this one first. Expired, disused, old news, discarded. So what's probably happening? That this person, again, with the Fool, is saying, look, I want to start with a clean slate. Very much the Fool, right? The Fool wants a fresh start. He wants a sense of freedom to reconnect with you. I think what they want to say is, I am understanding that I didn't give you that happiness right here. I didn't give you that happiness that you deserved. I didn't realize that I had done that. And this is the past me. Old news. I'm going to discard all those things that made you unhappy. I do believe that whether this is romantic or friendship, that they want the past to be in the past. They do want the fool. They do want this new beginning with you. And hater. Wow. That's telling me maybe there was somebody in their ear that was giving them bad advice, wrong advice. And it turned out that they realized that person was really jealous of you, was a hater. That might have been the reason that they behaved so poorly or didn't treat you as good. Maybe they are realizing that, hey, I listened to other people and I should have been listening to us. I should have been recognizing your needs in this relationship. And there was this hater in my ear, and I'm so sorry about that. Maybe that's the old news is, hey, look, I got bad advice. I got bad info. I got bad people that were surrounding me, and that hater's gone. Better be. That's all I can say. So we're going to look at these fun little tea leaves. So we're going to say, dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. Well, there you go. See? What do they wish they had said to you? So here's your friend. Maybe it's not romantic. Maybe it is just this it was a really good relationship, really good friendship. And it's just, they're thinking about you. They're thinking about what they didn't give to you in this relationship. They're thinking about, the things that they had done wrong in that relationship. And they want to change in their future. And maybe it's more than a friend also, because friend can also be, ding, 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 friend. Bird perched, waiting for news, package or letter. So maybe you are waiting for that news. Maybe you're thinking about them too. Maybe you're like, we should have that conversation. I'd like to know what you're thinking. I'd like to know if you realize why we didn't work before. I think you're waiting for that news. I think that however it turns out, it will be a closing of that door and possibly opening another. Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. Was that the problem before? Or was that the hater? Was that the hater that was in their ear? A jealous friend? I'm going to say that's probably who that ram was. That hater was a stubborn, aggressive person. They didn't like your friendship. And yeah, maybe they had some hand in saying some things that made that other person not be a true friend. Claw, be careful. Do not take risks. Okay, so that I think is going to go a little bit more with here. That loss of control. Possibly, you want to be careful. Always guard yourself. You saw this one side of that person, and you're wiser for it. So maybe this is just saying, till they realize what was wrong in your past friendship, just be careful. Just make sure that this hater's gone, that's for sure. Horseshoe, good luck. Absolutely. Possibly, right here, possibly there is some good luck. Possibly the Devil card, it's saying, look, you're going to rekindle this relationship and it's going to be more passionate. It's going to be more communicative. Get that word. It's going to be more intense. It's going to be maybe they realize what they did wrong in the past, and it's going to be a healthier relationship. Candle. You will be shown the way. Well, wouldn't that be nice? Let's put that over here. Maybe they have a plan. I mean, maybe they're not just going to be talking to you. Maybe they have a plan. They have a plan mapped out. It's like, let's take this slow. This is what I'm going to do. If I don't achieve these things, then know that I tried, but it's just not going to work. Maybe there's a plan. Maybe I'm putting too much into that. Maybe it's saying you have a plan. Maybe you say, look, if I don't see this from you, then, we are not working out. But thank you for saying what you needed to say. But let me just say what I've got here. We've got October. Maybe that was when this all dissolved, because it's now later on in the year. And so now they've had time to think, and now they want to say something to you. So, or this is all going to happen next October. But October is going to be a month. You'll know which one it is. But this is the card at the end. Success. And that's success for you. Whether you do take them back as a friend, it's going to be a successful friendship. Or you do take them back as a more than a friend, a relationship. It's going to be successful that way. Why? Because you've gone through all this, because you've had this conversation, because they came to you and said, look, I was confused. I was uncertain. I was overwhelmed. I want to start new. And I think even just having that realization, it's going to bide well for a successful friendship or reconnection. So that's a really nice reading that ended up really well. I think the big tell in here is possibly you're going to learn that there was somebody else. There was somebody in the background that did not like your relationship. Whether if it was a friendship, they were in their ear telling them this person's not a good friend, or it was a jealous person who wanted them or wanted you and wanted one of you out of the way. So that hater, hopefully, is out of the picture. And by the success card, I'm saying definitely, I think they're out of the picture. And that's why maybe the eyes have been opened and they're coming back saying, I did this and I'm so sorry. Which is wonderful. Everybody wants to hear that when their feelings have been hurt. So thank you, Pile 1. This was exciting. I enjoyed it. And I hope to see you in another reading. Hi, Pile 2. You may have picked this pile because of this 3 of Pentacles. You may have picked it for this mustard jasper, and you may have picked it because of your zodiac sign. If you didn't pick it because of zodiac sign, that's fine. That's just one way that some people like to pick their piles. This is your pile 2. So let's get to looking at your 5 cards and many more. So the first card is going to be their true feelings. Okay, so this card reveals the core feelings they have for you that they might not be expressing openly. This is what they feel about you. Maybe you don't know. So let's find that card. There you are. So that's the Ace. Show you that? The Ace of Wands. Very nice. So the next card is Unspoken Desires. This card highlights the desires or wishes they have regarding your connection. Things they wish they could tell you, but they're holding back. So let's find out what that is. Things they wish they could tell you. Anytime you're going to give me that. There it is. Strength. Ooh, get that glare off. Strength. Okay. Interesting. Now, what is their hidden regrets or possibly apologies? So this card will show any regrets, apologies, or unresolved feelings they may carry and wish to communicate. So let's see what Tarot's going to tell us. So you saw how that came out, so we're going to leave it like that. That's the Hermit reversed. So, hopes for the future. This card represents their hopes for the future of your relationship or connection. What they secretly hope may come to pass. What they secretly hope might happen. comes to you. Right on the bottom. There we are. We have the Chariot. And one last position. This position is advice for understanding. This card offers guidance on how to understand or respond, take that, to their unspoken feeling, how you're going to respond, the best way for you to respond. So it's the best way to do this is with compassion and clarity. So let's see what the cards say. Is your best way, too many, again, your best way to communicate back. I see that. Oh, I'm taking the first one. We have the Empress. Wonderful. So we're going to get some clarifying cards because it's never simply one card, right? We always want to know. There's a little bit more to clarify. Do you want to take two or do we want more? Want more? We do not. Two it is. Okay. And then we're going to do my favorite cards. All right. These are, no, can't do it that way. These are Oracle cards. That was pile one. I didn't put it in right. A little sneak preview there. If you haven't seen that one, didn't pick that pile. But we're going to have one come out for us here, and it's going to be that one. Super. And then we're going to have a few what lies beneath hidden future oracle cards. These are very blunt, very, very blunt. These are very, you know, the kind of suggestive and stuff. These cards are blunt. So we'll take one or two of these, usually two, and it's going to give you some blunt answers, some blunt insights. They'll give it to us. There you go. Whoop. Little preview. One more. I already see where this is going, but all right. One more. A little more. Something, something. One more. Okay, there we go. Thank you. All right, we're going to try these little tea leaf cards. And these once they're going to fall on the floor, but look at them. They're very happy to be doing this. Look at that. I almost look like a pro. Almost. So we're going to choose, see what, that's sticking out. That's over you. Okay. And, okay, you too. Sure, go ahead. And then you. Okay. And you. I see you. Oh, stop. Okay. Very good. I will be happy with just those. Wow. Okay, I think I'm done kicking the heck out of this table. Sorry if it's... Anyway, so let's start. We are starting. Hi, let's just... Stop. Okay. The Ace of Wands. So their true feelings. Wow. They feel passionate. They feel that you guys have an inspired connection. And they want a fresh, exciting beginning with you. Okay. Now we have strength. And this talks about unspoken desires. So they desire to build a strong, patient bond with you. So they want mutual trust and emotional resilience. This is all very cryptic, so we'll keep going. So we have the Hermit, and it came out reversed. The cards are all facing one way, so if it pops out reversed, there's a meaning. So we're talking about hidden regrets and apologies. So they have regrets, withdrawing, or isolating themselves emotionally, and wish they had been more open and more present for you. So it sounds like they really distanced themselves emotionally, maybe physically. Did they move? Possibly. Did they ghost you maybe? Like, that sounds like ghosting to me. Yeah. And they regret that. That's what this card is saying. They regret doing that. However, they weren't there for you, they regret it. Then we got the Chariot. Woo, so high. There you are. And the Chariot, this is their hopes for the future. So they hope to move forward. Chariot's all about movement forward, charging forward. And it's very determined. It's not just like, woohoo, and you let go of the reins and the horse just gallops off. It's very determined. They're at the wheel. They know where they want to go. It has a purpose. They want to create balance, and they believe that's going to be part of your having a successful relationship with you. So they really do want to move ahead. They really do want to get beyond possibly what has been straining your relationship. I think they're realizing that they are part of that problem. And they really do want to get beyond that. Then we're going to end that part with the Empress. And this is advice on how you're going to respond to them, how you're going to understand where they're coming from. So you're going to be nurturing, you're going to have empathy, you're going to have, well, she's about creativity, so I don't know how that fits in. But you're going to show that you care. And if it's going to grow, if you're going to allow this person to come back, then this relationship is going to grow organically. It's going to grow naturally. They're realizing that they pulled back way too hard. And they realize that they ghosted you, or they didn't give you the attention or the emotion, the energy that needed to grow this relationship. And I think that you see that them realizing that you're going to say, okay, let's see where this goes. If you're going to actually commit to being a better friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, other friend, let's just see where this naturally goes. And I think that is really good advice. Like don't push it. They are in a chariot here coming toward you, going like, okay, I know what to do now, and I know how to fix this. And you're like, hold on. We'll just see where this goes. And if it's meant to be, it's going to naturally grow. You're going to be that person where it's like, I'm open to this. I have to see the change. And I think this, could grow. It's impressive when somebody says, I've done this and I'm sorry and I see it now. Right? And I'm sorry about that glare. Okay, where do we go now? Oh, clarifiers. Let's see where these go. We have Justice and the Queen of Cups. So how do they figure in? So we have the Justice. Hello. So they want you to know that they value fairness and honesty. Honesty is a good one. They want to be accountable. They want to show you their accountability. And they want to be very clear about, where they see this relationship going. And they want to make sure that your needs are met and that you did not feel the way you did before. It's going to be balanced. It's going to be fair. I'm going to put in just as much as you put in. We're going to be in this together, and it's going to be equal partners, friendship, romance, whatever this is, they want it to be equal and fair, which is fantastic. And they're taking accountability. So, good things. Then we have the Queen of Cups. Isn't that cool? The tattoo. Anyway, I love looking at cards. So, they have a deep emotional feeling for you, and they wish to express this sensitivity to you. Maybe that's what scared them before. You know, big feelings can sometimes scare people, and they will distance themselves because they know no better. And maybe that's what they've always done. And so that's what they did to you. And now they see it. And now they're like, hey, I want to be more sensitive. I want to be more involved emotionally. They see you as someone they can connect with. They want to be more intuitive with you. They want to be more nurturing with you. All good things. Like you put the Queen of Cups and the Empress together, it's big emotions. And I think they're coming to realize that that is something you want and need. They didn't provide it. And now they're saying, I see it and I want it. I want to give you that. I want this to be a whole relationship. That's fantastic. Okay, if you don't like cartoon nudity, look away until I'm done talking about this card. Or look at this card. Now it's pretty dire. It's pretty disturbing, kind of, I would say. If you're not looking, don't look. So what this card is, it's called the Execution. There's a light side and a dark side. The dark side talks about a penalty, guilt by association, paying a high price for crimes. Obviously, if you're being hanged, that's a high price. The lighter side is justice served. Satisfaction on seeing those that harmed you get what they deserve. So how does this figure in? Possibly what this could mean is that when you pulled back, you didn't feel good about that. Possibly not when you pulled back, when they pulled back, when they possibly ghosted you, because that's really kind of what the Hermit is saying. Or at least they weren't available. And when they pulled back, all of a sudden they realized, they had that realization. And that's kind of like that justice served. It's like you had it good. Whoever that person is, you had it good. I was there. I was all in, or possibly like a lot in. And you had that, and you didn't see it, and you left, or you walked away. And now you see that they're coming back, and there's a little bit of satisfaction in knowing, like, hey, like, you see how great I am, and look at you coming back to me. It's kind of a little bit saying, you know, there's a little bit of satisfaction in knowing, like, I am worth everything I wanted. I am worth that. And if you can give that to me, I think you're worth being in my life. And thank you for seeing how special I am. There's a little bit of satisfaction in that. Because you know, like with this Empress, you know how great you are. So, yeah. Good on you. I like that. So let's see what these say. Love story. Once upon a time. I think that's what they want. I think they see the value in that now. I think they see how special you are. They want that love story. And I think this card is going to be maybe what was wrong before. Do you want to see it? I'll show you this one because it's adorable. But this one, do you see it? Is that what was going on? Was that what was going on? Is that why they were emotionally distant? Was your relationship a secret? That's interesting. Were they not telling people about your friendship, relationship? And that's why they were distant? That's why they didn't give 100%? You could have been given 100%. You probably didn't even know that they were, you know, not telling people how special you are, how wonderful you are. They probably knew it, and it probably scared them. Maybe they didn't tell anybody. They realized that was so wrong. And look at them. They're not going to do that. They want this now. They want that love story. They want to go all in. They know what it's like to have you. They know what it's like to lose you. And they want to come back and say, I never want that to happen again. See? Justice. What a Wonderful love story. Okay, so let's go. Angel. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So hopefully I'm thinking that through this all, they left, they came back, and I think hopefully in this process, you were protected. Your emotions and your self-worth and, your feelings, I hope they were protected. Angelically protected, that you didn't come away and go like, why did they do that? What's wrong with me? I hope that never went through your head, that you were protected emotionally in yourself to say, their loss, bye-bye, right? Maybe it was hard to let them go, but it wasn't you. Spiritual guidance there. You had the knowing that it wasn't you. You were great. It was something in them. And that's the spiritual protection I hope this is talking about, for sure. Wishbone, a wish is granted. I think that's you for them. I think they wish they never treated you the way they did. And I think that they are wishing to get you back. Wait on that one. Wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. See, well, I think that's where they were. And I think this is going to go here with the Hermit. I think that's what was happening. And now they're grabbing a hold of that wheel, Chariot, and they're saying, no, I know the direction I want to go. And it's with you. Peacock, beware of great pride. Well, that could have been something that was, well, isn't that funny? Well, we have pride. We have the peacock, a very proud bird. But we also have strength, right? And so beware of great pride. I think, again, that might have been a problem. That might have been why they were keeping you a secret. Maybe it's, the old joke, oh, no woman will, or no man, or nobody. I'll get it right. Nobody will tie me down. Nobody will get in my head and make me want them. That's very prideful. But I do think that they've turned around. Lobster, financial pinch. Don't know where that would fit. Hopefully that's not what's coming. Maybe that's what was. We'll put it there. Wealth. I think wealth comes in many forms. Hopefully we've got some spiritual, emotional wealth coming in for you. Forest. Muddled, unclear thinking. Again, I think that's where they were. Definitely. Teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So that might have been why they were keeping a secret. Keeping you a secret. Possibly, I hope you can't hear that. I have machines going off. I have a call coming in. I'm going to ignore it. So hopefully this teapot is referring to maybe this friendship of the same sex. Whoever their friend was, they were keeping you a secret from them. That's maybe why there was this distance for whatever reason. And I think they're willing now to tell this person what's going on, what they want, what they desire. And just a second. I'm back. Let's finish this. December. So December's coming up. Maybe this is when this conversation happens, when you find out that they regret not being the person you needed, but they are changing and they want to have that conversation with you. They want you back. It could be that this happens quite soon in December. You'll have that conversation. And I think possibly maybe bring up that you no longer want to be a secret. And I think they're going to absolutely say, no, that's just not going to happen. They're so happy to be having this conversation, possibly getting back with you. That won't be a problem at all. And this could be next December too. Could be a ways away, but I think it's sooner than later. So thank you, pile 2. Thank you so much. This was an exciting reading. And I hope the best for you. And I thank you for being here, and I'll see you in another reading. And hi, pile 3. You may have picked this pile because of this 3 of Pentacles. You may have picked this pile for this really cool moonstone. Or you may have picked this pile because of zodiac signs. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, whatever. If you didn't pick it with the zodiac, it's still your pile. It's just a different way that people pick their piles. Now I'm looking for, where are the cards? Found them. So let's give them a little shuffle. Put them in the right way so we know what's happening. So the first card's going to tell you their true feelings, their core feelings that they have for you, that they might not be expressing openly, right? What are they thinking about you? What are they feeling about you? Oh my. 3 of Cups. Very pretty. Sorry for the glare. The second card is Unspoken Desires. This is about their desires or wishes they have regarding your connection. Things they wish they could tell you, but are holding back. Unspoken desires. This one. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Interesting. The third card. We're not even going to tell you. This is Hidden Regrets and Apologies. Look at that. Okay. Unresolved feelings they may carry and wish to communicate. Fourth card. These are hopes for the future. They're hopes for the future of your relationship, a connection, what they secretly hope may come to pass. Hopes for the future. The 5 of Cups. Advice for understanding. This card offers guidance on how to understand and respond to this situation. Very nice. All right, I'll put these away. So, what else we're looking at? We're going to have some clarifiers. It's always good to have a few extra cards to get the tone and the clearer message, possibly, what this message is, what they wish they could say to you. Secret messages they want to share with you. We'll take one more, possibly 2. 1 is not enough. Is that 2? Oh, way too many. Sorry. Try again. Be a little more clear. I'll take it. Okay. Thank you. Was there any more? Just check. Was there one more, or was that it? Nope, I'm not taking that many. Was there one more? Be distinct. Yes, I thought there was something going on there. So much more to say. Okay, these are the fun cards. We only need one of these. These are big story cards. They're my favorite. Love the art on these. We just need one. So pick the most relevant. And I see you popping out, so I'll take you. Great. Now these are What Lies Beneath, Hidden Future Oracle. They are blunt. They are cards of a few words. They are blunt. So this will give us some insight for sure. Probably want 2. And you gave us 3. I'll do it. This is group 3, so maybe 3. All right. And then these a little bit of a shuffle. These are fun little cards. They're called tea leaf cards. They come from people who used to read tea leaves. That's probably why I throw these all over the floor. I see you. I see you. And you and you. And that's all. Stop. That's it. I'll grab these. Okay, so let us begin. Now, the other two seem more like relationships. This seems more like a friendship, and you're going to see why. So, we're going to start with this, the Three of Cups. So, they feel joy and camaraderie with you. They value your friendship. They value your emotional connection. They really enjoy their relationship with you. Boop. So their unspoken desires. See, this was their true feelings. They really enjoy you. What they're not saying is that they have a very hard time opening up to you emotionally and being vulnerable with you. They have a very tough time doing that. They feel kind of cut off. They really struggle sharing that with you. And this is the World. Hey, there you go. So, hidden regrets. So they regret things in the past, past actions or situations, and they didn't bring closure to them. Or they said something would happen and it didn't happen. And if you see the lights flicker, it's because it's storming outside. It's cold. See my tuxedo. Power might go out at any time. So if it does, I'll catch up with it the next day. Hopefully I can get through this whole thing, but there's going to be some flickering because it's so windy and stormy. A cyclone bomb, they're calling it. I think it's just like a lot of rain and wind. So the World, they wish they had done more. They wanted to have a deeper connection with you. So there's some things in your relationship that is like in the background, but they're really regretting some things that happened. They're regretting if you did have the argument, there was no resolution, or if something was supposed to happen and it didn't happen and it's just being ignored. And they are regretting that. They have a hard time opening up about it, but they are regretting how some things were left. So hopes for the future is the Five of Cups. And they hope to move beyond past disappointment. They hope whatever was left unsaid or undone, they want to move past that. They want to find emotional healing. They're looking for a way of seeking how to restore what they feel they lost. So maybe whatever the situation was, maybe you lost a little respect for them. Maybe you lost a little trust in them. Maybe there's some emotion in there that they feel that they have lost with you. And they really would like that back because, like it says right here, like they enjoy you so much. But something happened. Divine the future. I have that in my family. We don't use cards. They haven't been honest about it. They haven't been right there to tell you what they're feeling, and it is weighing on them. And it happened. The power just came back on. Freak me out. Okay, the power's on. I know where I was, which is great. Let's see how long this lasts. That was quick and sudden. And oh, it's so dark. The lights are back on. Okay, so we're going to number 5 now. Am I doing this right? I'm a little shook. There we go. That's Justice. And Justice is saying, let me hold you, Justice. And it's advice for understanding and responding to them. What Justice is saying is approach this relationship with honesty and fairness and clear communication. balance emotions and logic when addressing the needs and concerns. So what's happening here is that you do need to talk about these emotions. They want to. They're just having a real hard time. And they want to clear up some things that have happened, and they feel really bad about how pushed under the rug. And so they do want to talk to you about it. So maybe it's up to you to just maybe bring it up, but be very fair about it. Don't be like, oh, you blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't have done this. That's a terrible way to start a communication. Be very fair. Just say, remember this time, let's talk about it. You know, be straightforward, be very logical, be very balanced. Hey, I'm back 2 days later. The power's been out, there's been cleanup. But here I am. I put the jacket back on. So I just rewatched that, and I did explain, so I know where I am. Here we go. So let's look at some clarifiers, because this is all going to be one stream for you. This has been days for me. Page of Wands, Judgment, and the Three of Swords. So let's look what each one of these are saying. So Page of Wands. So what they want is they really do, this is just emphasizing again, that they do want a new beginning. A renewed excitement that you had, that they admire about you. They do want that back. They miss that. There's this underlying enthusiasm that they have when they think about you. They really enjoyed you, and they do miss you. And they're kind of unsure how to communicate that. It's coming back to here. So when we go to Judgment, ding, ding, ding. So Judgment is kind of saying they want to convey, they understand that they did make mistakes. They do want some forgiveness. They do want to get back to you and have a reconciliation. They might not know how, but they do want to resolve and address some issues that you had. They want to amend them, aiming for a fresh start with your friendship. When we go to here, and the reason I keep bringing that up, they realize that there were some mistakes, and the Three of Swords is really saying, hey, they felt some heartache and some sadness and some regret about whatever situation kind of pushed you guys, farther apart. They realize that now. They really do see it. Now they do have some struggle with opening up about that. So you're going to have to help them with that. If this is a friendship that you do want to come back together, it looks like you guys had such a great time. It's a shame that, you've kind of drifted. They realize that they had a big part in that, a really big part in that. They understand that they caused some heartache in the relationship. They do want to get past that, which is always great, isn't it? Like when you know that people in your life, even though they make mistakes and do missteps, when they realize it, it's like you kind of want them back. So let's just keep going. What have we got here? We have, I love these cards, number 6. Wrapped Witches. That's what this card's called. So the dark side of this card is thought control and limiting beliefs. You're all bound by your beliefs and there's confusion. But the light side of this card is a smooth talker, in touch with situations and convincing others, to listen to their beliefs. So this might have come up because maybe there are some situations in your friendship that caused some confusion. And maybe that's was exacerbated by they didn't really have the words or the means to express themselves in a proper way to you, to say, this is how I'm feeling, this is maybe why this happened, and I'm sorry that hurt you. If something happened where, you two aren't communicating, then there is this confusion. And possibly this can lead to maybe there needs to be a really good communication to bring you back together. Now let's look at these. What lies beneath? Doing drugs. Oh, good Lord. Is this part of the party? Wow. Like I said, these are straight talkers. I mean, this is not going to apply to everybody. I'm really sure of that. But maybe there was something going on. Maybe there was something that contributed to why they acted so weird or why they acted so funny. Or, I don't know, is this how you party? I don't know. It's just, oh, these cards. Ah, okay. Okay, we'll get over that. But then it gets worse. Okay, so I don't look at these cards ahead of time and oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, that always use some protection. And then there's this one. Wow, I mean, like hard punching, like don't want to hear it. Okay, well, that might have been a problem. Maybe let's go through this if this applies to you. Maybe you're partying. Maybe there was some things going on. Maybe there was some drugs. Maybe there was some flirting with someone. Maybe these things were going on. It kind of caused a rift. Maybe you tried to talk to them and say, hey, you know, we're partying, but you're doing something a little off. Or maybe like, hey, you're flirting with people that you shouldn't be flirting with. These are my friends. These are my friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, significant other. And maybe they didn't want to hear it. I mean, is this the problem that you tried to confront them and say, hey, your actions are really not vibing with the group, and they didn't want to hear it. And I could see where that would be like, they didn't want to hear it. You get a rift, but then you come back around. They say, oh, I see what I was doing. Maybe I was being a little too flirty and made everybody uncomfortable. Maybe I was drinking a little too much, drugging a little too much, experimenting maybe. Maybe that's not the problem, but maybe a little bit of experimenting. Some things went on. It caused a rift. And I could see where a friendship could be really put to the test if one person's being honest and saying, you have to cut this out. Like, nobody's jiving with this, and they don't want to hear it. But it looks like now, because maybe they're embarrassed, whatever the circumstances are, they now see it. Right? And they're having a very hard time coming back around. And this is where you'll have to be, with justice, have to be fair and take a step back and say, okay, I know that's not you. There might have been some drinking and drugs going on. I know that's not you. You made some bad decisions. It looks like it's going to be a little bit deeper of a talk than maybe what this was going up here. That's why these are just so straightforward, right? But if you look at over here, they are realizing what happened. They are realizing that they caused whatever trouble in the group, or just even with you. They don't know how to come back, but they do want to have that conversation. And it might be up to you to maybe start it. They might start it, but they do love what they had with you, the friendship, and they do want to come back, which is so nice. Boy, that's hard hitting. That took a swing to the left, didn't it? Let's look what these say. Broken ring. Parting of the ways in either romance or business. Well, that could be friendship, right? I mean, kind of some problems were going on. There was a parting of the ways, and they want to come back. Dog. Protection from a powerful friend. Somebody on your side. Maybe that was who they were, right? Maybe that's why this is just like blown up so much. It's like, hey, you've always had my back. And then all of a sudden we're, partying and stuff, and some extra things happened. And, this is who you were to me. And it really hurt when you didn't have my back, right? that would hurt. If you believed that person was your protection, your person who always had your back, and then all of a sudden they're not, that would hurt. And what this is saying here is they know that. They're sorry. Another dog. Far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. I think that's where they are right now. See, isn't that funny? We have the dog who is your protection, you know, the person who you thought always had your back. And then here again, we're having the dog and they're far away. They've had to distance themselves, or you distanced them. Get the word out. And so they're far away and they are thinking of you. Mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Well, I think maybe if this was going on, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, then maybe when you have these influences, you are stubborn, right? Because you don't see it. You're in it. It's awful hard to look outside of it and see what's really going on, which you did. And it looks like that's what kind of ended this, right? So... Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Well, I do think this is a friendship. And I do think you guys did have a really deep friendship. That's why this hurts. That's why. Career. Well, I wonder if you two have the same career, or, you know, you have the same interests. You have the same drive, and that makes it hurt a little bit more when, you know, you have someone who's so compatible. Yeah. Clouds, temporary problems. Well, we are hoping that these problems remain temporary, right? You get back to being friends. It does look like they want to. Key, successful outcome to your problems. Yay! That is what we want, right? We're going to put that at the end. Yep. We do want a successful outcome. And it looks like if you do have that conversation, if you believe that this is what you both need together, it looks like it will be successful, that you will, you know, rekindle that friendship. Not unsuccessful plans. Yeah. I mean, it looks like you guys planned to be this, right? And something happened. And it wasn't successful. Party gone wrong. June. Okay, so did this happen? Did this falling out when you tried to have that conversation with your friend? Did that happen in June? Or does this mean in June that, hey, we're back to the old us? The us, we're a little wiser, a little stronger. We're reconnecting with your feelings. You know, you're going to find out some things, maybe some things were going on in the background that you didn't know that made them act out like this and kind of like broke you apart for, you know, temporarily. Maybe in June, you're going to find out the whole scenario and you're going to have a much better understanding of what happened. Sorry about that. If you're going to record, everybody in town comes to knock on the door. So anyway, we were almost done talking about June. Well, this is exciting, pile 3. I do hope you have that conversation with your friend. Thank you for picking this pile. Thank you for visiting my video, and I'll see you in another reading.